Hi, folks. I'm here to talk to you today about platform plays and tell you the story of how we balance building our platform with high urgency requests from teams. I'm Sam Wiskow, Principal Product Manager at GitLab.com, and I developed the strategy for GitLab.com. Let's start in early 2023 today. It's an exciting time, and a few early code assistants have hit the market already, and GitLab's working on bringing Duo, our AI assistant, to market. We're only just at the beginning of our journey in realizing the transformative power of AI. And like with all software, there are a few challenges. GitLab's a software monolith built with Ruby on Rails, and some of the things required for AI are big and unwieldy. There may be some knock on impacts to bundling this in the existing monolith. It's not just a technical problem, but also an organizational one. Our teams and processes are organized around the monolith, and we need to drive change to meet the needs of the business. We saw a future where many satellite services might exist in addition to our software monolith, and we knew that a bespoke infrastructure model wouldn't scale. But what can we do instead? Runway, a platform for provisioning, deploying, and operating containerized services. We, in infrastructure, will build the platform on top of existing GitLab capabilities like CI/CD, environments, and our deployments. And other teams in GitLab would use it to provision, deploy, and operate their services. So, how did we get started? By swarming around that business problem, launching GitLab Duo. We needed to bring Duo to market, and we needed to do it in a way that we could repeat for other services in the future. Many platform attempts fail because they focus on technical details instead of customer results. And teams need to be ready to take risks when opportunities present themselves. So, engineers from across the company swarm to this problem to define a narrow scope, design the solution, and build the thinnest viable platform. By mid 2023, we'd understood the problem. We had initial design and implemented Runway as the thinnest viable platform. We also borrowed from team topologies, managing the platform as a product, and assigned a dedicated product manager. That was me. And that allowed us to spend some time on things like understanding our user requirements, managing that many to one interaction model between GitLab teams and our platform team, prioritizing the highest value features, and really refining the scope and vision for what we wanted for Runway. Later in the year, GitLab Duo had launched, and we are accelerating our customers across the DevSecOps lifecycle. And we're only just starting to unlock the potential of AI across the software development lifecycle. More teams are also seeing the value in Runway, getting their services to market faster. It's grown organically without any internal promotion because it really solves a narrow problem that teams are facing. From the point of view of infrastructure, Runway is now a primary focus of one or two engineers on the scalability team. And they're creating value by removing bottlenecks and scaling internal teams' ability to self-serve. By December of 2023, as part of our annual planning process, we had a team discussion and we decided that Runway needs to be easier to operate, easier to develop, and easier to integrate so that we can better support more teams and more services moving onto the platform. To make the outcome of that discussion more permanent, we document guiding principles so that we have a shared understanding of how we move forward, design, and build as a team. So let's take a moment to look at the first iteration of those guiding principles, examine how they might contribute to a platform approach. So looking at the first one, customizations are bottlenecks. If we change something for one team, it may have a knock-on effect for all other users of the platform. Use native tools if they're good enough. GitLab is currently hosted on GCP, and if using native tools meant we didn't have to spend effort building them, that was good enough. Contributions should be easy. Other people should be able to contribute to our platform and move it forward. Fourth one is choose repeatable patterns. Things we need to do need to scale across the business. My favorite one, iterations are as small as possible, not necessarily small. An iteration has to be valuable for our users, and on a platform, this can be a pretty high bar. Keep complexity to a minimum. So don't solve those problems we don't yet have, and prefer understandable solutions over elegant ones. And lastly, maintain stable user interfaces. Users need a consistent interface to minimize disruption, and it doesn't matter if it changes behind the scenes as long as users know what to expect. So, why does that matter? Platform teams are often in high demand, and to reduce bottlenecks, it's important that team members can make decisions that move the platform forward. Teams in high demand can use guiding principles to move forward in ambiguous situations without slowing down to a crawl. And those guiding principles, they should be discussed and aligned by the owning team. They should be informed by your values and the problem your team is trying to solve, and they should be simple to read and understand. Jumping now into 2024, Runway is only deployed in the US, and depending on where our customers are, this can be a long round trip. It's not the experience that we want for our customers, and this kind of latency is not acceptable for a best in class AI assistant. So, to meet our customers where they are, it becomes clear we need to increase the number of regions that Runway can operate in. That creates some tension in the system. Users that are experiencing the slowness feel the problem acutely, and the AI team wants to solve the problem as soon as we can. As a platform team, we really have two options. We do a one time customization, deploy what we have today manually in another region, or we build something that scales well, removing our team as the bottleneck. Runway is designed around self serve, empowering teams to take ownership of those services. Teams using Runway have given us great feedback about that, and embracing our platform as a product, we invest time in learning about our customers. We communicate our long term plans for the platform, and we learn about the AI team's longer term plans for their platform. We align our roadmap and goals, and after spending some time on communication, we understand that for the platform team, our team, regionality meant the runtime layer, only Cloud Run at the time. And for the AI team, it meant the runtime and additional services like Vertex and AI. The business is moving very fast, and our AI teams need to be able to move fast to meet the needs of GitLab customers. So we propose a trade off. We make services regionally aware. And whilst meant taking on a little more ownership than they had originally planned, that would mean the AI team could move as fast as they needed to, and we could avoid platform level customization. We have customers around the world. We agree that the path forward is to reach all of those customers faster and to go slow to go fast, expanding our potential market efficiently. Iteration 1 focused on repeatability, and as you might have seen in the previous slide, Runway was initially built on top of Cloud Run, and that gave us a lot of flexibility to deliver regionality. And the result of creating that space and making a platform play instead of a feature-specific one was that users of Runway were able to deploy in 40 different regions with single-line changes. By late 2024, we'd shown success over the longer term, organically grown the number of new services, and it was time to staff a Runway team. So, as a reminder, to get to this point, we focused on that narrow business problem. We built the thinnest viable platform, and we created value by removing bottlenecks and increasing the efficiency of our users. We took time to understand our customers and our customers, and we empowered individuals to make decisions both on the platform team and consuming teams. So, where's Runway today in 2025? Well, we have around 40 services on the platform spanning 5 product categories. We support both stateless and data-backed workloads on both critical and non-critical workloads. And there are 10 teams with production workloads on Runway today, which is really great. We've also continued to develop our guiding principles to make sure that they continue to evolve as we learn. We added a little more color to some principles and changed the wording for others. So here's a couple of examples. No snowflakes is new and expands on the way we seek to create value for customers and for GitLab team members. On our stable interfaces principle, we wanted to make it clear that we take on the complexity as a platform team and keep it simple for our users. And as we operate multiple platform offerings at GitLab, we need to be intentional about that. Make sure customer usability across our platforms is front and center. Let's take a moment to talk about documentation. Platform documentation is key. Platforms often bring multiple features together, create paved roads, and gather context from across your teams and across your business. Don't rely on your platform being intuitive, especially when starting. A platform, even a thin one, can introduce a lot of context and cognitive overload for teams. So be intentional about helping your users consume that platform. We built a static doc site using Astro and Starlight, and a massive shout out to the folks at Astro for making it really easy to get started and maintain those pages over the long term. We also used the Divio documentation system to write our docs and focused on how-to guides that are problem-orientated, contain practical steps, and are most useful when working through the problems. I believe that our approach to documentation and creating value through doing it has been a core contributor to the platform's success. It's meant that users have really been able to self-serve, and we've consistently gotten feedback from our users that this is the part of the platform that they get value from. So, what's next? Today, Runway is a paved road for teams to bring new services to production on GitLab.com. Next up, we're really focusing on bringing those paved roads to all of our platforms and some other things that teams have requested, including further Kubernetes support, a configurable WAF, and a front end for Runway to make it easier to use and engage with. So before we finish today, let's recap how we got from zero to platform. Firstly, we swarmed around that narrow problem that needed a platform solution. Then we built the thinnest viable platform, and we treated that platform as a product, really taking the time to understand our users and where they would get value. And we created that value for our users by removing bottlenecks, self-serve feedback loops, and helping teams take more ownership of their services. And that was a big cultural change for us. Also, avoid feature-specific customization. Empower your platform team to make decisions that can move the platform forward. And importantly, don't overbuild or overstaff too early. This can make your platform expensive before it's valuable. Finally, create a narrative around your platform and make sure people understand the business value it creates. And as a bonus, create great documentation for your users. If they know how to use the platform, it can grow organically. Thank you for listening today.